Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we will continue exploring the terrifying legends from Yakutia. This creepypasta tells the story of a Yakutian version of a Slender Man. I personally think that the Slender Man got to exist in this world, since this is an original Yakutian creepypasta from the beginning of the 20th century. This story happened long before 2009, when famous Eric Knudsen created the Slender Man for the forum Something Awful. Anyway, let's get to the original Yakutian story. A long time ago, when Yakutia was still a remote region of Russian Empire, Yakut people lived in places called oases, large meadows lost in the impenetrable taiga. Oases usually also have a small lake nearby. Generally, Yakutia is affluent with rivers and lakes. There is plenty of water everywhere. Oases customary were inhabited by a few families and close relatives. They would have a winter balagan, the type of building with very small windows, walls made from tree trunks and a dirt roof, and a small yurt built further down the meadow. These mini settlements were called aga-us, which is roughly translated as paternal kinship or something like that. Around early 20th century, there were two families who lived in one of those oases. It was summer going on autumn. Adults were often there in the field getting hay ready for winter. The kids were left at home to look after young calves. Also, they would normally be charged with the duty of preparing some simple food for the adults' return. Back in these days, adults were not worried to leave the children at home all alone for the whole day. The only thing they would warn them not to do is not to go to the old burial sites. Every alas would have a thing like that, where some ancient graves would still be standing, elevated on the decaying wooden legs. The kids, two boys, usually were just playing in the abandoned balagan all day, looking after the calves from time to time. These kids, bless their hearts, did not have any toys. For toys, they used their imagination, and some sticks and stones, pine cones, and other gifts of nature. So when this time the kids came to play in this abandoned balagan, they started arranging their toys and noticed that seed boxes from the flower iris that they were using as the toy cows wilted. So they decided to go and find some fresh ones. They looked around and noticed that all the irises near the balagan were already picked. But there, behind the fence, there were still lots and lots of irises, and they went straight for them. When they picked enough for their purposes, they noticed some lingonberries poking out from the forest floor. Oh, how tasty did they look! The boys could not stand temptation and started picking them one by one and eating them greedily. Have you ever picked lingonberries in the forest? This is the most captivating experience you can imagine. Similar to playing games on your phone. Just another level, just one more level. And then you realize that you have spent all day and missed out on all other activities. Same happened with the boys. Just another berry and another one, and they have not noticed how they have gotten very close to the ancient graves. The sun was starting to set. The forest around them was getting darker. The graves were dominating the landscape. The boys realized that they have gone against their parents' orders and imagined how they will be scolded at home for disobeying. They started walking back home. They were walking slowly and talking about this and that, trying to not think about the trouble they will get to and the darkness that was starting to set over the forest. This is when, suddenly, one of them stopped talking right in the middle of the sentence. The other boy was walking slightly ahead and did not notice anything, so he kept walking forward when he heard a terrified scream. He looked back and saw his friend standing with his head tilted back and shrieking like a madman. The boy looked up in the same direction and saw a long, slender black man the size of a decent tree with huge white eyes. Because the trees in Yakutia are not very tall due to the permafrost not allowing for big roots, I reckon the Slender Man was around 7-9 meters in height. The Slender Man was standing amongst the trees. His black, long body started to lean towards the boys, and his long arms slowly stretching out to grab them. The Slender Man started walking towards them. The boys jolted into running. One of them, the one who saw the Slender Man first, was a bit older and stronger than the other one. So he ran faster and soon overtook his poor friend. He heard him calling and asking him to wait and not to leave him. He heard how the Slender Man was chasing them, producing the creepiest, throaty, muffled sound as he ran. Then he heard how his friend is screaming as if being ripped apart. The first boy kept running. The screams of his friend faded. When he finally got home, he collapsed and only gotten back to his senses when his parents came home. Parents did not notice anything and only scolded him for not preparing a supper. The next morning, the boy went to his usual place to play, but his friend was not there. He went to his friend's house and his parents said that he has gotten very ill last night. By lunchtime, the poor little boy was dead. Thank you for listening. If you liked this story, please give it a thumbs up, comment and subscribe for more creepy legends from Yakutia. Thank you again and have a nice nightmare.